Hey friends, today I'm planning in my Classic Happy Planner for the week of May 19th through the 25th. I'm going to be using some stickers that I created here because me and my son are going to see Pierce the Veil with Sleeping with Sirens on the 24th. And I wanted to kind of decorate the page to kind of celebrate that. I also printed out King for a Day. And I also have this music stamp that I just hauled. But I think I'm going to stick with the music paper for this time. But in case I change my mind, I have this next to me. And then I also have my Wrong Rainbow Collection and Plenty Shapes and Boxes. So I wanted to do a little update for you guys. So this is last week. This is the week before. And this is April. This is my May currently. So I have not been using my planner. I have not been planning, not decorated it. I have not touched my social media planner probably since the middle of March. I decorated a few here or there, but I haven't planned in it. And I haven't touched my creative memory kind of journal planner. I haven't touched that in a long time as well. And I did write in it a little bit when me and my son went on vacation. I took a page out of there and I did fill out most of that. I've been so busy and I have been dealing with just some health issues and things like that I just haven't been motivated to use my planner or even decorate it or anything. So I think what I'm going to do for this week and then next week is strictly use this planner. So get rid of all the other planners, do social media stuff, my everyday stuff, and maybe a little journaling in this planner. Kind of combine everything into one catch-all planner, which this is basically all of my everyday stuff is in here. My social media is in a planner and my memory is in a planner, but kind of combine them all together. Now, because we are going to see Sleeping with Sirens, and Pierce the Veil here, I will probably do a special page to include in my planner with some pictures and things of me and my son. But I don't know that I'll necessarily pull out the memory planner. That's just what I'm going to do for the next 2 weeks and go from there. And then I'll see how things go. And then maybe in June, I'll incorporate one of the planners back and maybe try to incorporate my social media planner because I really love decorating the dashboard layout, but I also like decorating this layout. So for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to use this and then kind of reevaluate in June and go from there. Okay, enough of rambling. Let's get started. And let's make my planner pretty. So I am going to grab my AdTech glue. And I've got a pair of scissors in case I need them. A pair of scissors with some tape on the end. Alright, so I know I've got my 2 albums, Pierce the Veil, Collide with the Sky, and Sleeping with Sirens. And then I have the tour. My son surprised me and he bought me and him tour t-shirts. So we'll have the t-shirts to wear for the concert, which is super exciting. So I do think I want to put this here and then maybe do these 2 over here, something like that. Now this I kind of cut close and you can see it had more of this like off-white, but I just didn't like that. But then I'm also not liking how this looks, so I may trim this a little bit more, but we'll go from there. Because I can also like put this up in the corner and this one down in the corner, and maybe put, you know, this one here, and then do a bunch of boxes here. So aside from the concert, I have a doctor's appointment on Monday and a doctor's appointment on Friday. And other than that, I don't have anything else going on that I would need to have a box for. So I definitely want to incorporate some of the music. So I'm thinking maybe I'm going to start by adding some of the music and just do some tearing here. I kind of want to keep King for a day. So let's just tear if we do that, that takes up a good amount of room though. Do that there, and this one here, I definitely need room on Monday. So let's bring this down a little bit and make it a little bit smaller. Okay, let's do something like that. And I'm just tearing it to be smaller, and then I will trim it. So let's add this down. So let's add this in the corner. And I'm going to use my non-stick scissors to trim this out. We have a little bit of the sheet music on this side, and let's go ahead and do the Pierce the Veil here. And then maybe we'll add Sleeping with Sirens up here. And then that way I have a room for boxes and maybe a checklist here. And then maybe I'll add some boxes here. All right, so let's go with that. And then do we want to bring some more of the paper over on this side? Like so. I'm going to tear it where you can see the white though. All right, let's add that down. All right, there we go. So we have some music on either side of the page. Now, let's grab some boxes. So I printed out all of them. I also printed out some of it on sticker paper by accident, but I'm not going to use that. Let's grab some boxes based on the colors here. So I'm going to grab a piece of wax paper. And let's make sure we grab some blues. And I'm pretty low on stickers. I may need to grab my other one. And let's definitely grab, we could grab, like this is super fun. Let's grab this long one because I could journal on this one. And we could grab a gray. I also want to grab like a blue and a red as well. Let's see. This kind of reddish orange match is really good. So let's grab that. And let's grab maybe, let's see here. Let's grab one of these blues and let's grab one of the kind of teal blues in the larger square. And then what should we grab out of this? Maybe a yellow? Or an orange? Let's do an orange circle, and then think it'd be kind of fun to add maybe another colored circle in. Should we grab a dark purple? Let's grab a dark purple. We're going to have a colorful spread of boxes. Okay. Now, I know that I want this large box over here somewhere where I can document about the concert. So maybe I'm going to add this fully on. Now, do not lay down. Don't you hate that? Let's add this fully here on Saturday, and then let's bring in this red with it. Do that. I don't want to cover up too much of the music paper, so maybe I want to move this like here. All right, so let's add this down, and it got some of the ink here, so I'm going to definitely want to cover up that ink. So let's add that there. And then, all right, we're going to add this here. I definitely need a box for, definitely need that box for money. Oh, and I need a box for Friday. So maybe we'll add these two up here on Monday. So we'll do maybe this one, and maybe we'll do it over the logo here. All right, so let's add this maybe here, and we'll do something like that, and then let's add this over here on this side. And then we can do a checklist here. We need one of these circles over here to kind of tie this in. So maybe we'll do I really don't want to do the gray in this, but also don't want to do these two. So maybe I'll grab another color So let's do this gray one kind of over top of this sticker, and then we'll do a layered cluster here, and then let's grab another color. Let's grab, we have not gotten yellow, so let's grab yellow. And let's do a box. And we'll do this on Thursday and this on Friday for my appointment. Okay, how is this looking? Okay, not too bad. I've got areas to journal about the concert here. Instead of doing a checklist here, I think I'm going to do a checklist here on the sidebar in this area. Which is different, something different. Let's maybe see if we have one of those grays. We have a gray. All right, let's grab this gray with the lines, and let's bring, I wish it was a little longer. I think I'm not going to use the box. I'm just going to add this back in here. And then I'm going to grab another one of these reds. And I realize I don't have any washi tape this week. But I think that's okay. I got a lot going on. I have some room to like journal and things. And then I think I'm going to take this and just write this week. And let's grab, oh, I really like to use the gray. I'm going to grab the light yellow and just do a couple bullet points. And I can, put on here like, Target run or whatever I need to do. My little marker away. And do we need to add anything else? There's a lot going on, like a lot of different colors going on. And I got a lot of boxes down. So thank you so much, guys, for stopping by and planning with me. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.